Well, if you're traveling this spring and hoping to stretch your dollar, there's some good news and bad news. It kind of depends on where your destination is. Here are the highlights. In the midst of a long winter, spring break probably can't come fast enough for most of us. First, the good news for travelers. Data from Expedia finds airfares to most top spring break destinations mostly on par with or even lower than last year. That includes a 10% drop in fares to Las Vegas and lower fares to Florida airports, including Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Tampa. Fares to popular destinations in Mexico are also down from last year, including Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, and Acapulco. And speaking of international destinations, the improved strength of the U.S. dollar versus the euro means traveling in Europe will seem less costly than it has in years past. The euro cost as much as $1.60 in July of 2008. Now it's significantly less. The downside, European hotels and busy tourist areas will likely hike prices to compensate for the fluctuation in currency. And the biggest expense for most European itineraries is the airfare, which despite the movement in currency and lower fuel prices, doesn't seem to be going down. American travelers looking for international flair can also try Canada, where the U.S. dollar is also going a little bit further right now. Though after this winter, warm temperatures may be a greater travel priority. Yeah, and you know, the whole trouble with that story, it's already spring break for some people. You either booked it by now or you didn't. So, Xavier, for instance, Monday.
Is that right?
Isn't that crazy to think spring break Monday?
You got to go deep somewhere in the south to be able to get a decent spring break on
Very, very
deep.
deep.
Yeah.
But these are trends for summer too, so that's good.
All right. I knew